Hi everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. I hope you'll consider hitting the subscribe button and sticking around for a while. And I am going to do a couple of plan with me's today. One in my bullet journal, the other one in my happy planner. And I use this one for my catch-all planner for everyday things. My happy planner is just to keep track of crafting projects and my YouTube channel. So yeah, I do all my fun stuff in the other one. This one is for all the regular stuff. So a little background. I'm retired. You might wonder why I need a planner, but I have fibromyalgia, and with that, I have a lot of brain fog, and with brain fog, sometimes you just don't get stuff done. So I have to have reminders in front of me all the time. It's like having attention deficit disorder. I really don't get things done if I don't have lists and reminders. So just for my everyday life, that's what I use this for. So I don't have any birthdays. I don't have any appointments. I don't have anything like that to go in this week. I have used this water-based marker from Dollarama. This one is called Burnt Sienna. I absolutely love this color of brown. It's not really dark. You can tell it's a brown when you put it down. It doesn't look black on the paper. A lot of dark browns will do that. But yeah, this looks brown. And I've used the fine point on here. So you can see there's a tiny, tiny little bit of ghosting. Not enough to interfere with anything. I do my spread on 2 pages. Last week I did my Monday to Sunday. I put a box down here and had a full box for Saturday, Sunday. I don't need a full box for Saturday, Sunday, so I thought I'd do small boxes on the weekend. And then I thought I'd leave a little spot down here where I can either decorate or put down a yard sale or something like that if I need to stick in a little address or someplace that I want to go. So to decorate this week, I'm going to use this book. You can see a lot of the pages are loose in here. I've used some, pulled some out, but this is actually a sticker book, but rather than being stickers, this tears off all in one sheet. So if you want to use these separately, you have to cut them out. I was loving this vintage vibe when I saw these few pages. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put some of these stickers down to decorate this page. So I'm just going with a vintage look today. So instead of fussy cutting them and making them like completely, fussy cut, I'm just going to do this. So there. Now these have a really translucent background paper and they're just so pretty. They're as fine as a washi tape. Really, really nice. I'm going to put that right there. So I have my little place to write my 3 top things I have to get done this day. It almost looks like I cut this down to make it a straight line, but I have this girl. It says her vibe is pretty. I'm going to press this down a little bit so I can see that line through there just a little bit better. And then just a little cluster here and a cluster here. That is gorgeous. Now, her vibe is pretty. Look at how well it matches the brown that I chose. And that's what I'm going to do. Look at how easy here. I'm just going to cut So I'm just going to, and the paper is really easy to pull off too, like that. It just comes off the backing. Really, really easy. And I can put little clusters of things all over. And what I love about this particular book is that this washi tape style paper, you can write across that with any pen and it works absolutely wonderful. So I am going to go just like this. There. Isn't that nice? I love it. I love it. I love these books. So I'm going to I'm going to cut this one off here. I'm going to keep this little box in case I need a box for something. I'm going to peel this, oops, right off and put it right down here like this. And like I said, I can still write right across this. So I don't mind if I go into a box just a little bit too much. I can still make it work. There, I kind of have that corner decorated going down there now. On Thursday, I've been doing my plan with me's. I actually think I'm going to, let's cut that off there. I actually think I'm going to put this down on Wednesday, and I'm going to put and I'm going to grab my pen, and in this box I'm just going to put me time because that's my night. If I want to do anything for myself, that's when I'm doing it. I like that everything is scattered, but nothing is interfering with the actual planner. And I'm going to do this little Home Sweet Home out of here. And I'm going to put it up here. this is going right here. And so this one said, this is Nestle's, an old Nestle's package. It says, today, black magic and a clock. So to me, that reads, it's time for chocolate. And of course, it's going to be perfect in here. There. So that page is done. I'm going to come back to here and then finish this up really quick with, I'm loving a few things here. Okay, so this says, love life. There are 2 reasons why I wake up in the morning: my alarm clock and you. And my husband calls me every morning. So there's an hour time difference between where he is and where I am. And he calls me when he's on his way to work in the morning and talks to me for the drive. And he usually gets me up. So he is my alarm clock. And then this says, the hardest part isn't making the decision, it's living with it. So I'm going to put that down there. And I cut that little wee circle off of there. And then how about like this? There. And I think that's enough in here. I love vintage. And these 2 books are right full of vintage images that are absolutely fabulous. So go on to my Amazon storefront. I'll put the link in the description. It's always there. So that's this spread. I'm going to move on to my happy planner. I've done a lot of yellows this month in my happy planner. Last week I went to the blue side with some yellow highlights, but this week I'm thinking of going back to yellow, but with a little bit of a different take on it. I have these really cute vintage pictures, and they are in this kind of a mustard yellow, sunshine yellow. There's 3 pages. These 3 pages are from not this one, but this book. This book has color coordinated pages. So there's some blacks, there's some purples, there's blues in here, oranges, there's yellow, pink, red, different color combinations. And I think there's 3 or 4 pages of each color. To go with these yellow pages here, I also have this sticker book. It's called The Pigeon Letters. But in this book, there are some gold boxes, I believe. Yes, Perfect, just perfect. So I am going to add my functional parts first. So I'm going to start with a box here. A box here. Here. And then I'm going to use these checklists. But I don't need, I only need 3 boxes. Let's see, maybe this way. So I just need the 3 right there. And I am going to put these just under these boxes. Okay, so I've got the boxes down here. So the way that I've been using these boxes is that I put in here what I want to film. Just a little notation. It won't be the exact name of the video or anything like that. It just might be a little project, a plan with me, something like that. And then down here, I put edit, thumbnail, and post. So now I need 3 boxes for up here, and I don't have boxes left. So I've been having just a bit of trouble in that department. I am going to take, I'm just going to take my Happy Planner box punch, and this is just a Recollections paper pad, 180 sheets that I got a couple years ago at Dollarama for, it was very cheap, I remember. So I know that I have a mustardy yellow color in here, and I do. And this is very plain, so I could write on it. So I'm going to cut some boxes out of that sheet because it's going to match these really well. It's that muted yellow, that mustard yellow color. So all I need is 3 boxes. So 1, and it's thin. It's not cardstock. It's actually a fairly thin paper. There. So I have 3 boxes. I'm going to use a little bit of my glitter glue because it doesn't warp my page. And I'm just going to put the tiniest little bit down here because it dries almost instantly. And I am going to put a box right here. And the smallest little amount of glue possible. And then I'm going to put a box right here. Make sure you're getting them straight when you're putting them down because it's going to be next to impossible to get these back off if you don't. unless you're using like a repositionable tape runner. There. And I'm going to start to decorate and see what I can come up with. I'm just going to start cutting. So this goes. And I'm just going to start decorating. Oh, I know what I'm going to do here as well. So I have this. I am going to cut myself a 2.5 inch box by a 3-inch box for down here. And do the same thing. I'm just going to put it down with my glue. So if it doesn't look on camera like I'm actually putting any glue down, that's because I'm using such a teeny tiny little bit of it. And it just grabs so quickly. So not the bright lemony yellows that I've been using, but so I'm going to use this girl right here. I love using the girls. They're just so pretty. I can put it down here. Just like that. I have this little cherub and heart and just some little dots that really match this. And I can cover a lot of this. I love this 70s looking girl right here with this butterfly and just these I love that you can see through these stickers, so I can layer them over top of my boxes now and get a look that I'm really enjoying. I love this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut right across here. I am going to use the stars. I'm going to use this whole quote. And I'm going to go right across the top of this box and keep the happy face in there. And this says, I know you're tired. I know you're physically and emotionally drained, but you have to keep going. I'm going to take these florals now and put them I'm going to put them up in here. Like that. And I'm going to take, I'm going to put them right down here. I really like this girl. She looks like she's jumping. This has a definite 70s vibe to me. Let me know if you kind of get that feeling from it too. So I think I can put this whole thing down. Look how perfectly that fit up through there. For me, this is feeling a little more like a journaling page than a planner spread, but I love that about it. And I'm going from all 3 pages. I'm not just cutting from one page. I mean, if I was doing that, I could just take the whole page and slap it down here. But let me see. There. I just took this flower that was on the bottom of this and brought it straight up off of those little circles, those dots. And I'm going to put this one here, like this. I'm just layering a lot on top of the other stickers so that I have these clusters that I'm loving. So I put just a couple of stars right here. So what if I go through these pages and take out things like this now? I have a little yellow flower. I have some stars and the flower that I can just put up here. I'm just filling spaces in. This is fun. I mean, this is just plain straight out sticker fun. So okay, so I just took a minute and cut out just a bunch off of those 3 pages, and I've got them laid down here, so I'm just going to peel off the backing and put them down. If I can remember which ones aren't down. I think that's not down yet. And this one, which is just a little sketch and some flowers down beside it. This little one here, it's a wax seal, a little tie, a little bow, string bow, and this is just a picture in a frame. I'm going to put it down just a little bit off like that. I don't want it to be square on the page, not that one. And then I've got this little cluster right here. This is just a little yellow. And Oh, these aren't down yet. Is there anything? Oh, there is. I wasn't sure if there was anything left on there that wasn't down. So I'm just going to put these cookies just across here like this. And I want to put a little something something right down here. I got a little happy face over here. So I'll put a little happy face here. And I've got this one extra little flower that was beside those. So just down here. So that's what this week is going to look like. It looks more like a journal page than a planner page, but I love that. I have this in my Happy Planner sticker book. And I have this little happy face beside Be a Nice Human. So I think, because I already have some gold foiling in here, I'm going to put this little happy face and Be a Nice Human right down there. I'm happy. I'm happy. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's completely different from the way that I normally plan in here, but I still have all the places. Like, remember, once I put in here, this is just check marks to see that all of this is done and ready to go. It's pretty simple. So I am going to write on top of these mustard yellow boxes. All of this yellow goes together. It's a really almost monochromatic because it's got so much of one color, but really pretty and really interesting to look at least I think so. These are both really functional, and I'm really happy with this. This is as close as I've come to planner piece since I got my very first little notebook and started making lists in it years and years ago. Maybe since my late 30s, I started doing grabbing a notebook or a notepad and making lists and checking things off as I got them done. I hadn't even heard about bullet journaling or happy planning at the time. And I went from that to one of those, what did we call them? What are those little notebooks that you put in a binder and they've got the 3 holes cut, but they're stapled together? I went from just making lists on a tear-off pad to one of those and doing it week by week, trying to get everything done in my week and keeping track of my work schedule and things like that, because of course I was working then. And I kind of moved from that to a happy planner. So when I saw my very first happy planner video and then went to Michael's and found my very first happy planner, and from then on I was planning in planners. Right now I'm crushing on this one, and yeah, so it's been a long planning journey for me. I guess that's the only way that I can describe it, but I've gone from there to here, and I'm really, really happy. And I have to say, this is as close to planner love that I have got. And I think the reason I love it so much is because I make it. This is me. This is my setup. So I hope you enjoy my setups in here, but I don't want you to just go and do what I do. I want you to be able to be inspired by me, to try new things, to try new layouts, and get it so that you have as close to contentment with your planner as I have right now. So that's all I'm going to rave on about now. I'm going to let you go. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. It means the world to me when you do that. I love hearing from everybody as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, it would be amazing if you did that before you left. So have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see everyone in the next one. Until then, bye-bye for now.